The RSL is a close association with all my family, going back to my father and his brother who was killed in France in the First World War. And my three brothers above me, they all served in the services, so I thought in my later years I'd get affiliated with the club and do what I can to help out down here. I didn't serve, the wars had finished, and I thought, well, this is my contribution. I particularly find it going out selling Anzac badges, tokens at April and poppies in November brings back memories, a lot of memories, mostly good because I remember the good times with family after the war was over and we were all back together again. And I think it helps to overcome any sadness that I had for missing out on those 4 or 5 years when my brothers were away. I would have liked to have known a lot more, but like a lot of the members of the forces, they came back and did not want to talk too much about the war. The only thing my dad used to talk about, he'd say, your Uncle George was killed in France. And I do recall that 2 or 3 times, I was only growing up as a boy of course, that he mentioned how his brother had been shot in France and he never went into detail. Dad had an old mandolin and we asked him where the mandolin came from. He said that was my brother's mandolin. He took it over to France with him during the war, First World War, and apparently his possessions were handed in when they found he'd died, and it came on to my dad and he brought it home. When my brother died, he was living with me 2 years ago, and he died and family members came along to the funeral and started producing documents and everything about my father, and I'd never seen these things. But they'd been stored away in boxes for years and none of the family had seen them. That got me very, very interested. From then on, I've been chasing stuff up. In the showcase here, there's a small desk set, which is known as trench art. Dad never commented, but Mum, in later years, told us the story of how it came about. That apparently when armistice came and he was being returned home, the unit presented him with this. And you'll notice on the front here, my father's name, Alf, and my mother's name, Elsie. Engraved on the old inkwell, and on this side there used to be a felt pad where they used to wipe the pen nibs after use. When it was at home, it was just sitting there. It was never actually used as a desk set. But I think in the early years, maybe when he first came home, both he and Mum in those days, there was pen and ink, they may have used it.